Hi there, everyone. My name is Christian Eschbach. Welcome to another one of my album reviews. And finally, getting the long overdue, way too long overdue, Pink Floyd. Meddle. So, first time I ever heard this album. If you're one of my regular viewers, you'll have heard a similar story to this. First time I ever heard this album was up in Montreal because I had just gone for a trip to all the music stores in downtown Montreal with my buddy Andrew Kell and his brother Matt. They were both there, but Andrew specifically, biggest metalhead I know. My buddy Drew Drucifer, I've mentioned him a ton of times. Monster metalhead. I mean, metalhead. The very angry, mean, dark, screamy stuff metalhead. Stuff that makes your toes curl and puts grandma on the grave metal stuff. He's a huge Pink Floyd fan. Monstrous fucking Pink Floyd fan. And he found this album while we were up in Montreal and picked it up right away because he couldn't find it before. And I got to hear it for the first time up there. And I didn't think Pink Floyd could be that awesome. Because, I mean, I had already heard The Wall. I owned a copy of The Wall already at that point. I already owned a copy of Dark Side of the Moon at that point. And, but there's some albums I hadn't heard yet. Just those two are the two big ones I had heard. I had heard one or two other ones I wasn't a huge fan of. I had heard Piper at the Gates of Dawn once before. Didn't really get into that one so much. And there was one other one in there I had heard. I don't remember what it was. I want to say maybe it was Saucer Full of Secrets. Didn't really quite get into. And Adam Hart Mother I tried listening to once. I have to go back and I got to redo all those albums. I haven't listened to them in forever. I should go back and redo them. See if my opinions have changed over the years. But my problem was they were too soft. They were too of the hippie Beatley kind of persuasion sort of at the time for me. So Drew buys this album, and actually we were up at my grandparents' place. And my grandparents were gone. They had gone out for the day or something like that. So, we got into the stereo and put this on and turn it up. And right away I went, holy shit, Pink Floyd's this awesome? When the hell did they get this heavy? Because the album opens up with One of These Days, which is one of the... It's definitely top 5, if not top 3 Pink Floyd for me. I still think it's one of their best songs. And open up the album with that killer of an instrumental track, man. I mean, that... And then it just takes... And then when it gets going, and oh my God, and the only line in the entire song is courtesy of the drummer. One of these days, I'm going to cut you into little pieces. And I mean, holy shit. I mean, we're talking crazy ass heavy and hard and fast. And Pink Floyd, like, whoa. All of a sudden, I kind of understood where my buddy Drew got into him. Still confused to this day about his love of Pink Floyd, but it does explain his love of Ghost. After that, we go into Pillows of the Wind, which is definitely an airy tune. And yeah, really airy, like playing through the background, airy tune. I really dig A Pillow of Winds. I think it's a really nice song, and it's the right come down after One of These Days. Like, it really does just kind of take you in brilliantly. Then you get to the song Fearless. Fearless is a good tune. I really enjoy it. And I like the fact that it feels like a couple of movements through it without being a typically long Pink Floyd song. I should mention that, the first 3 songs are all over 5 minutes. This one is over 6 minutes. Just over 6 minutes. So One of These Days clocks in, according to my computer anyways in front of me, at 5:54. A Pillow of Winds is at 5:12. This is at 6:07. The only reason this song is as long as it is, the last minute or so is just kind of excerpts added on, some crowd chanting, stuff like that. Nothing overly special. But I really like it. And if it wasn't for the fact that this album is split up differently, if this was a typical album where there was three songs on side one, three songs on side two, because there's only 6 songs total, um, it would be a great closer to side one. But that's not how this worked. There's actually 2 more songs after this. From there, we go into Saint Tropez, and Saint Tropez is not bad. It's enjoyable. It's the only song on the album that's only credited to one person. It's the only Roger Waters song. Probably the one that I kind of just overlook the most often. Then we got Sheamus. Sheamus is cool. This one's a little different. It's basically, for the most part, I mean, there's multiple instrumentation and stuff in that, but for the most part, this song is basically an acoustic and a dog. That's how it feels like to me. Picture a guy out on his front porch playing his acoustic guitar and his dog's howling along with him. That's Sheamus. All right, now, in the real world of how vinyl actually works, side one ends at track 5 here, okay? And that's because track 6 on the compact disc is actually the whole entire second side of the album, and it is the song Echoes. Echoes is a brilliant song. Musical exploration, everything you could possibly want in a song at 23 minutes and 31 seconds. I love Echoes. I thoroughly enjoy Echoes. I put Echoes on. Echoes, okay, so if you were to compare a song like Echoes to a song like Shine On You Crazy Diamond, you can understand why Pink Floyd broke up Shine On You Crazy Diamond into two different sections on the Wish You Were Here album. Because Echo is taking up a whole entire single side of the album. If you're not into long songs, if you're not into sitting down and actually listening to an album, Echoes is going to be really hard for everybody to get through. It's not a bad tune. It's actually a really good tune. I really, really love it. And after one of these days, it's the next best song on this album, as far as I'm concerned. But you got to be ready to sit down, and you got to be ready to go on a musical exploration journey and voyage. Turn off the lights, turn on some trippy lights, maybe smoke a little, because in Canada that is legal. In Canada it is legal. It's the only reason I mention it. And have a good time and just chill out. That is my thoughts. Those are my views. That's everything I think of the Meddle album. And that is Meddle, not metal. Big difference. Great album. I highly recommend it if you can get this. This is the digitally remastered version from when they started re-releasing all the stuff digitally remastered. Pick it up. It is worthwhile. I can't speak more about it. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Those are my views. Leave me your thoughts and views. Comment section. That's what it's for. Let me know what you think. I know I kind of rushed through this one a little bit, but there's not really a lot on the album to really talk about. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but I think I'd bore a lot of basic people. So, Otherwise, like button, subscribe button, notification button, share button. Those all help me out. Helps everybody out. Helps you guys out. That way I get out there more, you guys get out there more, and blah, 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 blah. There is a link to go to Patreon. I have started doing that since the new year on all my reviews. I know in the past I didn't do that. I am doing that now, though. There's a couple options in there, one of which is you can just throw me $1 a month. Help me out a little bit. Help you out a little bit. Encourages me a little bit more. Buy more albums. Put more money into other stuff. Anyways, my thoughts, my views. We're done. Peace, love, take care.